spoilers.
So you have a movie for me?
If you haven't watched.
Sir, I do. I was thinking we'd do another Alien movie. Oh, it has been a couple of years since we had an alien burst out of someone's chest. And like 45 years since the original. What? That can't be right. 1979. Oh, I don't like how time works. It certainly does seem to keep marching
the
on.
70s.
So at the beginning of this movie, the space probe is going to visit the wreckage of the Nostromo, you know, the ship from Alien. Kind of seemed like that thing was absolutely vaporized by explosions. Yeah, well, turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
And this space probe recovers that same xenomorph. That kind of seemed like Ripley killed that thing by launching it into space. Yeah, well, turns out she didn't, and it made its way back. Well, okay then. So anyway, we're gonna meet this orphan named Rain, who lives on this Weyland-Yutani mining planet, which sucks. Okay. And she's finally worked enough hours to leave, but they extend her miserable contract.
That's right.
Oh, not treating your workers right. That's deeply evil. Oh, come on, don't give me that look just because I desperately want to replace you with AI but haven't yet figured out the correct PR angle to make it seem not dystopian. All right, so anyway, she lives with her brother Andy, who's an android that her father left for her before he died.
That's
Very
right.
sweet. And one day her ex-boyfriend Tyler comes to her with a proposal. Weird environment to get married in. No, see, he's heard about this spacecraft floating above them that contains cryopods, which would let them leave to a planet that's 9 years away. Oh. Yeah, and see, they need Andy to come along because as an android, he can open doors and
he has
whatnot.
access.
So they take off as a little squad. Hey, who else is in this squad? Well, there's Tyler's cousin Bjorn, who hates androids. There's his girlfriend Navarro, and then there's Kay, who's his sister, who's pregnant. I imagine we'll learn a little more about them than that. Not really?
No.
What about the pregnant lady? What's her deal? She's a lady who's pregnant. Okay, well, I trust the pregnancy will go smoothly.
She serves the plot.
The birthing process. Actually, it won't. What? I know you thought I was introducing a pregnant lady into an alien movie to not do something gross with it, but I'm gonna do something gross with it.
I'm gonna.
So anyway, now it's time to go to the spaceship. Well, it's gonna be hard for them to fly a ship there right under the nose of the company. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
They just do.
Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they go, they take a ship and go. You don't need authorization to leave the planet.
Apparently
in a
not.
ship. Yeah, I guess it's like, where are you gonna go, you know? I guess, but hey, wouldn't the company want to send their own ship up there? No, why not? Because that works. So our heroes
All
get
the
onto
questions
this
I
ship
had.
and find the cryopods, but they need fuel, so they need to go deeper into the ship. Uh-oh. But they accidentally trigger a lockdown and release some face huggers. Hugging faces is tight. And so to override this lockdown, Rain puts this chip from a damaged android Rook into Andy, which upgrades him. Oh, you know who we should get to play Rook? Ian Holm. You know, he played Ash in the original. Oh, sir, I'm sorry to say, Ian Holm passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. What do you mean? We can't let something as trivial as death stop us. We can't let anything stop us. Okay. Can we at least make sure it looks really good? No deal. Oh my God. Then what happens? Well, one of the something as trivial as death stop us. We can't let anything stop us. Okay.
So evil.
Can we at least make sure it looks really good? No deal. Oh my God. Then what happens? Well, one of the face huggers hugs Navarro right on the face, so we need to get that off. Oh yeah, those things will hug you in the face. And her and Bjorn
the fact that they're able to show it like that.
Chest burster bursts out of her chest. Oh, that happened fast. Did it happen that fast in the other movies?
No.
But when you speed these things up, you get to look at them faster. That's a good point. So then we're gonna have a bunch of really cool set pieces. Oh yeah, like what? Have you ever seen lady parts? What? Lady parts. You ever seen some? I've heard of them. Me too. So we're gonna put some giant lady parts onto a wall, and a xenomorph's gonna pop out and stab Bjorn in the eye. Oh my God. And their ship they arrived on is gonna crash into the hangar of the big ship. Oh wow, what are the odds it would crash right into there? 61%. That's a pretty specific number. That's a pretty specific place to crash. I guess that logic tracks. And also Rain and Tyler are gonna get some guns. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, but if they shoot any of the aliens, they're gonna bleed acid blood, which will burn through the hull of the ship and cause an explosive decompression and kill everybody. Oh, it's going to be tough for them to kill aliens without using guns. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely
They're going to
an
use the
inconvenience.
guns.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, what Rain does is she uses her gun right in zero gravity.
What?
What? Yeah, she kills a bunch of aliens, but because of the gravity, the blood just floats around. She has to, like, dodge it. It's going to be pretty cool when their bodies continue actively bleeding. How would none of that reach the edge of the ship? Well, they all bleed like one burst of blood each, and then their bodies kind of just disappear.
One burst each.
And we're going to have a really cool scene where Andy says, "Get away from her, you B-word, butthole bitch." Hey, watch it. No, that's what he says to an alien. It's an iconic line of Ripley's, believe it or not.
No reason for it.
Ripley line. It sure is, sir. Wait, why does an android say that? Because it's an iconic line in this franchise, and in Legacy sequels, characters have to say iconic lines, even if it's unnatural and doesn't really make sense in context.
Isn't it before Ripley says it, though, in Alien 2? Or is this happening? I thought this was happening between Alien 1 and 2. Or is it after 2? I gotta look it up again. Oh, let me go back a little bit.
There is, sir. Wait, why does an android say that? Because it's an iconic line in this franchise, and in Legacy sequels, characters have to say iconic lines, even if it's unnatural and doesn't really make sense in context. It seems kind of really weird. Kind of, yeah, but our hands are tied by a trope we ourselves created and constantly reinforce. Yeah, not much to do about that. Anyway, then that pregnant girl's gonna give birth to an 8-foot-tall monster.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it's a real gross giant baby hybrid that feeds on her and kills her, but Rain manages to launch it into space, which maybe doesn't kill aliens. Well, this was launched into space rings, so, you know, I'll bring it back if I want to. Fair enough. So what do you think? Sounds like a great time. This will be a great fit to go directly to Hulu. Oh, I kind of thought this would be a theatrical release. I don't know. Alien Covenant didn't do so hot in theaters. Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of feel like people might head to the cinema if we go back to basics, you know, dark space horror, no nonsense. Okay.
No nonsense. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it did very well, actually. Very well. Okay, so on space.com, they have the aliens in chronological order. And yeah, which is Alien versus Predator, all that. I hate those. So dumb. I do need to watch them again. So apparently Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Alien Romulus, like I thought, then Aliens, then Alien 3, then Alien Resurrection. So for him to say, get away from her, you be, where's that even coming from? Because there's like, it's nostalgic for us, but it wasn't needed because that hasn't even happened yet in the chronological order of these movies. So I was like, why? Does everybody have to say that now? What's the point? It was just weird. I didn't like the nostalgic aspect of the movie because it didn't need to do that for me. I didn't need that in order to enjoy it. I just needed more alien kills, and they're in there. It's just not that great to me. But the movie itself was fine. It was cool. You can actually check out my review, which is right up here, to the movie. I did enjoy it, but there are some things that it did that I didn't really care for. That third act is really going to be a make or break for you. Either you enjoy it and you're like, oh, this is crazy, this is insane, or you're like, that might have been a little too much, or it was a little bit overly long. There's different ways it can go, and I've seen it kind of split, maybe not right down the middle, but a split between a lot of the people that I've either talked to about the movie or that have done reviews themselves. Some people love it. Some people didn't really like it. It kind of took them out of it. You know, it's based on your taste kind of determines if you'll enjoy the movie. Really from that third act to me. The first two acts I thought were really good. It establishes things pretty well. And it feels like somewhat the first Alien, not as horrific, like as far as a horror vibe, but the tone is there. It's just not scary. Then a lot of the action later on is definitely from Aliens. So, you know, it's a good movie though. I do think it should still be seen on the big screen. I'm glad it wasn't a Hulu release like they did for Prey, the Predator movie. So happy about that. That's a win. Give me your thoughts though in the comments below. Again, have you seen it? Still in theaters. Have you checked it out? If not, are you just going to wait for streaming? But will you watch it? Let me know in the comments below. Pitch Meeting, still pretty good. Still pretty good. I don't know if I would say it's his best, but he's got some really funny moments still in this one, especially about the lady parts, because it's just very blatant. And a lot of the sexual just references within the movie, it's a lot of it in there. Somewhere I'm like, I'm very surprised that they were able to actually show that on screen the way that they did with like the face huggers and all that kind of stuff. Things just constantly trying to go in people's mouths. That was interesting. It was one of those things where it happened. I was like, oh wow, it's scary. It kind of, okay, ooh. Then afterwards, like after watching the movie, I was like, wait a minute, there's a lot of, a lot of sexual stuff in there. But, you know, I guess that's kind of the way they've always kind of done these movies to a degree. Thanks for watching, though. Check out the description for information on the equipment I use if you're interested in content creation. Also, we live stream every Tuesday, 7 or 7:30, at least by 7:30. Every Tuesday is a live stream. Come and hang out with us. We have a fun time. And other than that, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.